It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo, yo, yo! Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the hizzy, and we got a busy show. We got Dustin Starr, who's going to join us today at 11:30. My man Russell Copeland will not be able to make it today, but it's a good reason why. My man's going to be on an airplane. I don't think you can call somebody from an airplane and do a radio show.
No, you can't.
If you could, that would be pretty cool. I mean,
I think you can, actually. You definitely can.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you can, because if you can, like, why isn't he? You know what I'm saying?
Because he's not on that kind of airplane.
If we can talk to somebody from the moon, how come we can't talk to somebody from an airplane?
Well, I think you can, but he's not on that kind of airplane.
What kind of airplane? Like Air Force One or something?
Well, no, I think plenty of planes have phones, like especially like Continental, like where you go from one side of the country to the other side of the country. But if he's just going to Philly, probably not long enough flight to have the TVs
he's going to
Houston,
Texas, bro.
That's what I meant.
The Eagles are playing the Texans.
That's right.
How did you know that he's going to watch that game?
Because you were just talking about it off the air.
Oh, you actually listened to me?
I'm a little sleepy today, John.
Well, let's get some meth out and let's get you going, bro.
Oh, it's meth day?
It's Wednesday, baby.
And that's meth day.
We're halfway home.
If you flip the W upside down,
it turns into an M.
And so Wednesday's meth day.
It's a hump day and it's a meth day.
That's right.
And by the way, kid, drugs are bad. Okay, drugs are bad, so stay away from them. Unless you go to 3670 South Houston Levy Road in Carterville and go to Hemp 2.0, because find out what hemp can do for you, baby. Two D8s and a cup of coffee is a great way to start your morning. A way to go to bed at nighttime. Oh, my goodness. They got tinctures, topicals. They got flowers. They got moon rocks. They got edibles. They have everything at 3670 South Houston Levy Road in Carterville. They can help with your anxiety, your depression, your pain and inflammation. They can help fight. Hemp can help fight off COVID. Did you know CBG and CBGA and CBD and CBDA, do you know what they do?
What?
They karate kick COVID viruses right in the face. It's like Danielson also sweeping the leg. Sweep the leg! Oh, actually, didn't the bad person sweep the leg?
Yeah.
Come on, sweep the leg!
That's a bad guy.
Man, well, COVID's a bad guy. So sometimes you got to fight bad with bad. And I'll tell you what, CBGA and CBDA, they will take care of business. I'm serious as a heart attack. If you just wanted about your lifestyle, like if you just like to catch a really good buzz, Hemp 2.0's got you. If you want to do something to make yourself more healthy, if you're all into the whole health kick. By the way, I'm on a health kick right now. Do you know that?
Health kicking it. Cobra Kai kicks.
Kai.
That's sweeping the leg.
Sweep the leg. But no, I'm on a health kick. I've been drinking instead. I'm not drinking alcohol right now.
That's good.
I guess. I mean, do you think it's really that good? I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
Because you know that there's these new seltzers that I started drinking. I like them a whole lot, by the way. I've been drinking these Delta 8 seltzers. 0 carbs. So if you're on a keto diet, 0 carbs. It has 0 sugars. It has 0 calories. But guess what it does have?
A lot of fun.
One hell of a buzz, baby.
Oh, how about that?
Oh, snap. Plus the Odyssey Mushroom Seltzer. It's energy. It's focus. Like when I have to do my work, I drink one of these mushroom seltzers. Ooh, they're so amazing. And did you know what tomorrow is?
Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday. You go into Hemp 2.0, you buy anything at regular price. Guess what? They're going to let you try one of these seltzers absolutely free. Now, you only get one of them. You can buy some more if you want, but you can test drive them and you can find out how much you like them. Plus, they have these unbelievable new D9 chocolates and caramels that I love. It looks like little pieces of candy. Now, parents, don't let your children get into these little pieces of candy, or they're going to be little Johnny Radios running around your house all day long, okay? So don't do that.
Unless you want that.
Unless you want that, yeah. I mean.
No, I think probably what you said was probably the correct thing.
Oh, yeah. Don't let me listen to you. Don't let me listen to you. But one of the things I was going to tell you is these new Moon Exotics, if you want to get lifted off, they got 15 milligrams of Delta 10, 25 milligrams of Delta 8. They have 10 milligrams of Delta 9. That's 50 milligrams per gummy. Talk about going to the moon. I mentioned going to the moon today.
We're always going to the moon here on Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, get to 3670 South Houston Levy Road in Collierville. Shoot yourself to the moon. Who shot himself in the foot last night? Lance McCullers, who's also a liar. Listen to me.
He was tipping his pitches?
He was tipping his pitches so bad it wasn't even funny. Did you by any chance watch any of the game?
He said he wasn't.
Because he wants to pretend that he doesn't know what the Astros have discovered.
Wow.
I mean, the Phillies had discovered on him.
Wow.
And if you want to, you can go to Johnny_radio.
Yeah.
That's my Twitter handle, by the way.
That's you.
That is me. You can go and look at some of the tweets. There's a picture, and you can tell. There's a picture where his left leg, his knee breaks and only goes up a certain high, and his back leg is dropping, and that's a fastball. When he comes straight up and the back leg is more straight and the left leg comes up above his belt, that was a breaking ball. All night, every pitch. I was watching his leg kicks.
Wait. Why are we going to your Twitter page? Did you tweet a picture of this?
I'm tweeting it right now.
Oh, okay.
Bam. But yes,
that's
I
what
did.
Emerald says. Bam. Bam. Let's kick it up a notch.
Let's kick it up a notch. By the way, the Phillies did kick it up a notch. Bryce Harper, think about it. His last swing in Philly and then his first swing back in Philly, do you know what they both were?
Bombs.
Homers, baby. Bombs. Booyah to ya, Jim. First one, Oppo. Last game, closed out the series. Second one, right field, a no-doubter on a breaking ball. And you could tell he was sitting on a breaking ball because Lance McCullers loves to attack left-handed hitters with his breaking ball. Bryce Harper's sitting on that bad boy. You can't go out there and walk the first hitter you face.
He was tipping it.
He was tipping his pitches, and the Astros could not hit at all. Wow, Ranger Suarez. Is he the Lone Ranger now in Philly?
Maybe, but the opponent's pitcher was tipping his pitches, so maybe.
Well, he didn't give up any runs.
Well, I'm just saying though, maybe.
I don't know if you know this. You can't lose
fraudulent.
if you're a pitcher and you give up 0 runs. You can't lose the game.
Yeah, John, but hitting is contagious, and not hitting is also contagious. So when teams are scoring against you, it's like the flu. John, you ever had the flu?
Man, yes, it's the worst thing in the
Exactly.
world.
So
In
this
fact,
is like they're all.
I need to go get my flu shot.
Them not hitting is all like passing the flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that was a good take, John. I'm gonna ring the bell.
I don't know if you noticed. I didn't think it was a great take.
Yeah, you didn't love it.
I didn't
To
love
be
it.
honest, I had it on my. I have 3 TVs in my media room where I'm watching television.
Wait a second. Do you know what? I think listen. I love my house and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I love my girl. I love my
such a
my
nice
little
lady.
life. I have a very beautiful life.
2 beautiful dogs,
But
a little yappy.
if me and Chas moved in, you got 3 TVs in your media room. You call it?
Yeah, well, it's like I call it the media room, but there's really 1 TV in it, but I have 2 TVs to offset it. Plus, I got my 2 computer monitors. So on College Football Saturday, I've got 5 TVs going, and then you can get
You have 5 TVs and 2 computer monitors.
So 3.
And you have all the editing equipment I need.
Exactly, and but you can put multiple games on each screen too, so we can get a lot of games going on College Football Saturday, a lot of bets. But what I was gonna say is I had a little 3 TV action going last night. To be honest with you, John, I had the World Series on the smallest of the TVs.
Well,
I had some
get
basketball going on the big TV last night. Good games.
By the
last
way,
night in
great
NBA.
basketball picks
3 for
yesterday.
3, man. We're
3
3 for 3 in the league.
Great job in the association last night. I lost my largest wager, which was, of course, on baseball because I was the most excited about that. I took the Astros because I love baseball. I quit watching it about the 5th or 6th
You said
inning.
that's enough of that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, 5 home runs by the Phillies off Lance McCullers.
And they came in bunches.
Bunches.
They came in
And plus,
bunches.
did you see Bryce Harper after he hit his bomb, talked to Bomb?
Oh, yeah, tell him what he saw.
He's like, dude,
That's
let me
right.
tell you something, man. Watch his leg, dude. If he comes up high, it's going to be a breaking ball. If he stays about, waist high, it's going to be that breaker. Sit on that joint.
We're reporting exclusively. That's exactly what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
Dude, it's not reckless speculation.
No, it's
I'm
not.
a
That's
lip
what he said.
reader,
We're
remember?
That's right. We're
And lip readers
readers.
don't have to be perfect, I've heard.
No, they don't. They just have to be close enough. Also, John, we won our Maction bet last night. Home dog on
Home
weekday,
dog
John.
on a weekday. They beat the brakes off
I'm
of
telling you what. You cannot. I think here's my theory. I think crowds are better on weekday football games because students
in small places that have actually
Even
an on-campus stadium.
Well, even ACC or American
because on the
Conference,
weekend, you know what? A lot of people are doing
drinking,
binge
drinking,
and chasing.
Exactly. But you've been in
Chasing what?
women.
Yes, good job. I'm proud
Tail.
of you. Yes, that's what I was going to say.
I don't know if I could say that.
Yeah, you can. It's a tail.
Oh.
Like, donkeys have a tail.
So do tigers.
Pin the tail on the donkey.
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh, my. But also, John, in weekday games, you've been in class all day.
Bears don't have a tail.
They got a little circle tail.
I don't think so.
Look it up, Jonathan.
I'm pretty sure a bear doesn't have a tail.
But my point is weekday football games just attract a crowd. You're coming on a short week, and it's always jumping on a weeknight because it's an excuse to drink in college what you don't usually get on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday or even a Friday. There's not always stuff to do except to go to maybe a dead bar or something like that. So that's why we love home dogs on a weekday, and it proved itself again last night.
Home dogs on a weekday, baby. And we also had a great day yesterday because the NFL trade deadline.
Oh, it was deadline day, John. So much happening.
It was actually very busy.
Busiest ever I can remember it.
They stole this straight from the NBA.
That's what I was about to say is they took it from the NBA.
I don't blame them. I mean, you got to make a little
I
excitement.
do. I hate deadline day in the NBA, to be honest. I hate that the most popular stories in the National Basketball Association all have to do with crap that doesn't happen on the court. Like football, you got Dan Orlovsky standing next to the big screen, right, John? He's breaking down all the film. You got Jeff Saturday, all these guys breaking down film of the game, of the plays. That kind of analysis doesn't happen in the NBA. All we do is talk about what happens off the court and the way people talk. Drives me nuts.
I bet it does drive you nuts. Well, one thing that is going to be very exciting today is I get to talk about the college football playoff rankings.
The Vols.
Vols come in at pole position number uno. You know what that does, though, this weekend?
Means they get to start the race first.
That means, that Georgia, this game is bigger for Georgia than actually Tennessee.
Bulletin board material.
Dude, not just bulletin board.
How about that?
I mean, Kirby Smart's been very blasé when you ask him, like, Wednesday's teleconference calls and all that stuff, and every time he's in front of the media doing nothing but praise and respect on Tennessee. I think he quietly is excited that everybody's making a big hullabaloo, blah, blah. Is that what they call it?
Hullabaloo?
Hullabaloo. Is it really a word?
I know, it's a word, John.
Hullabaloo.
It's a word, I swear.
What does hullabaloo mean?
It makes you make like a big deal about something.
Well, we're making a big deal about it. Everybody's making a big deal about Tennessee. I think Kirby Smart really likes that. He's in there talking to his team. They're going to come in. It's actually, though, like I said, this really is a bigger game for Tennessee. And if you listened yesterday to what they were –
Georgia.
I mean, Georgia. Yeah. Bigger because, Tennessee's 1, Ohio State's 2. Georgia's
you got to take
3,
care of business now.
Clemson is 4. So –
you're now expected to take care of business. You're not an upset. It's not an upset anymore, even though you're a double-digit underdog. You're not an upset anymore, right? Because you're number 1.
Yes, you're exactly right. And Tennessee, by the way, the reason they got that number 1 pole position is because they did beat Alabama, and they went on the road and beat the brakes off the LSU. Those are the best 2 wins. Georgia doesn't have that. Clemson doesn't have that. Ohio State doesn't have that. Tennessee does. So they're going to start number 1. If they go on the road, though, and lose a close game to Georgia, Tennessee still could make this bad boy.
They could.
Absolutely.
Especially with how disrespectful they were to TCU. And I know it's popular to say, oh, they disrespected TCU. And I do think the Big 12 is awesome this year. Like, it's a very deep conference. Anybody can beat anybody on any given week. Iowa State has a losing record, and I think they're honestly a pretty good football team. But, I mean, I don't know if TCU played Tennessee's schedule if they would also be undefeated.
Yeah, I agree with you. By the way, if you didn't know, Michigan's 5, Alabama's 6, TCU 7, Oregon is 8.
How is
USC 9, LSU is 10. Here's the issue that I do have, though.
Please go ahead.
Kansas State is 13.
Rankings talk.
Okay? Kansas State is 13. They're 6-2.
Good football team, though.
Do you know who beat Kansas State this year?
Tulane.
Tulane 7-1. They're 19. Hey.
Body of work, John. I mean, John,
body of work. Tulane went to Manhattan and pimp slapped them.
John, I had Tulane.
They opened up their forefathers. Do you know what the forefathers are?
It's your 4 fingers.
It's your 4 fingers, and then they went
Washington.
Whap!
Well, I'm telling John, last week, if regular listeners of your show will know that last week on my JCS football rankings, Tulane was the number 4 team in the country. So
yeah, that's true.
There's no disrespect to Tulane on this.
Is today
program.
ranking day, by the way?
It is, but I thought we were going to have a busy day. But I've got them ready if you want them.
Oh, yeah, we're doing that today.
Oh, it's because Russell Copeland's on an airplane.
We got an extended hardened wood because we didn't get to give anybody the wood yesterday.
That's right.
It's the first day I haven't given wood to anyone in a long time.
And you didn't do it when you got home.
No, did not. Didn't do it by myself. I'm giving it out today, 12 o'clock to 12:30. We got nothing but Hardenwood stories, and I got some good ones.
Well, John, what I was going to say, too, is how is Michigan – I'm not a big rankings talk guy. I don't love the college football playoff rankings, to be honest.
Ole Miss, by the way, number 11.
I do think it was funny. I think Michigan's played a way tougher schedule than Ohio State has, and they're both undefeated. And I don't understand how Ohio State is 2 and Michigan's 5. It must just be an eye test thing, right? Because Michigan almost lost to Maryland. But they played a tougher schedule. Michigan's played a tougher schedule.
2 and 5, does it really matter when you play the last game of the year against each other? The problem is for Michigan is they have to go to the shoe.
Well, then Tennessee being 1 doesn't matter either. Then,
yes, no. If Tennessee was 3 and they lost, they move out. Tennessee being number 1 and only having 1 loss, even if they don't make the SEC championship, they run the table, and their only loss is on the road to Georgia.
Well, then, yeah.
And you have wins at LSU, you have wins at home against Alabama, and then if Alabama runs out, they play in the SEC championship, blah, 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 against Georgia.
Well, then 2 and 5
blah,
is
blah, blah, blah,
different
blah, 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 blah. Huh?
Well, then 2 and 5 is different then, right? Because if Ohio State loses at 2, that's not that much different than being 1. The only difference is that Tennessee's played Alabama.
It's the last regular season game of the year.
So that'll move
and then
them
they
out.
will not get in the Big Ten championship game.
Oh, that'll keep them out.
Ergo, they will not get in.
How about this? 2 SEC teams, 2 Big Ten teams in the college football playoff.
Sorry,
How
we
about
got
that?
Clemson in there.
Well,
We got Clemson in
John,
there. Clemson's not going to lose to anybody.
Do it against South Carolina. Beat South Carolina. Go do it.
Dude,
they're not.
That's
They're
the
going to lose.
last game they play.
Exactly, they're going to lose.
But guess what? It's in Death Valley.
Yeah, but it
not
doesn't
Death
matter.
Valley. It is Death Valley.
Yeah, it is Death Valley.
It's the second Death Valley. LSU's number 1 Death Valley. By the way,
They're
how
gonna
come
lose,
Clemson
though.
goes and steals the name of LSU? Like, you know what?
Who is first?
Clemson's already some Tigers.
Do we know who is
They
first?
stole that from LSU. Of course it's LSU. Everybody in Baton Rouge knows this.
Didn't they both steal Death Valley from the actual Death Valley in California?
I don't think so.
I think they did, John.
How many people from Baton Rouge
In the
actually
Mojave
know
Desert?
there's actually a Death Valley out there? They don't know anything west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, John, when I look up Death Valley, the Mojave Desert in eastern California is really the only thing that comes up.
Clemson's got such an easy schedule. They have Notre Dame, who's trash. They
Oh,
have
big
Louisville.
game this week.
By the way,
Big game this
Malik
week.
Cunningham and Louisville played really well against Wake Forest. Did you see that game?
They threw a pick, Wake Forest threw a pick 6 against them.
No, dude. He had like 3 picks in the third quarter, didn't he, Sam?
I think he did.
Hartman, I think, threw 3 picks. I know after the second pick, I threw up and left and moved on to some other bets.
Were you on Wake?
I was on Wake, like
Wow.
like an idiot.
The Clawfence.
The only game that I lost Saturday was the Wake Forest game.
The Clawfence.
Man, I'll tell you one thing: Arkansas and Ole Miss, they did really well last week.
Wait a second, John. Wait a second. Are you implying that Notre Dame Clemson isn't a huge game this weekend? Second biggest game of the weekend.
No, it's not. Clemson will absolutely beat the brakes off of Notre Dame.
Wow, bold take by you, John. You saw what Notre Dame did to Syracuse last week.
Yes.
And Syracuse, as we
has
know,
already,
beat
they already
Syracuse
shot
beat
their
Louisville.
wad.
I mean, Syracuse beat Clemson.
Well, Clemson's a 3.5 point favorite. I'm actually
One
going to
loss
take
Clemson.
Clemson. I'm going to actually take Clemson in this game.
Wow.
Because they will beat Notre Dame, whose offense is just awful. Now, Clemson's not that great. Then they have Louisville, but then they have the worst team in the ACC that they get to play after Louisville, and that would be your Miami Hurricanes, who offensively
Also a big game this
are
week.
outside of the top 100. Did you know that?
John, I don't want to talk about it. They didn't start their starting quarterback last week. It doesn't matter. And also, Mario Cristobal likes to run the ball. John, you know what the primetime game on ABC is this week? This is the biggest game of the weekend. Florida State, Miami. I mean, throw the records out. Florida, I mean, this is a battle for the ages right here happening now. That's why it's primetime on ABC, John. 7 o'clock, ABC. They know what the biggest game of the weekend is, and that's the one.
All right, if you say so.
Hey, John, I'm not saying so. Disney and the American Broadcasting Corporation is saying so.
Man, we got so many things to get to today. We're going to get to the leadoff in 2 shakes. Again, we got a lot of college football, a lot of NFL news. We're going to talk trade deadline. We got baseball to talk about. We got some Grizz action we're going to talk about. We didn't even mention the Grizzlies play on the road in Portland. Who in the heck is going to play for the Grizzlies tonight?
I don't know, but you know he's not playing for the
Dame time.
and Josh Hart.
Dame Lillard. Dude, I don't care about Josh Hart. We're talking about Dame time,
But
son.
it's important we have to say this to people, John. Last night we got the Grizzlies at -2.5. That line has already jumped to -4.5
Yep,
this morning.
sure
so you're
has.
going to need to take the Grizzlies as soon as possible.
Yeah, ASAP.
I mean, I don't know if I would take 4.5. I got them at 2.5, but you know, viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion is advised. Also, you know what else is advised?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't.
Looking good and feeling
I
good.
see.
Yeah, man. I'm advising you when you leave your house, you want to be looking top notch. You never know who you might run into. You could run into your future soulmate But if you look ugly, guess what? She's not going to notice you, or he's not going to notice you if you're a lady. You know what?
Or a gay man.
Or yes, good point. Or part of the alphabet. Could be anything. But you still want to look good. Frontier Western Store at 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. They always make sure you look good because they have a ladies' boutique. Girls, you're going to be looking styling and profiling. They got a children's department so your kids can look cute when they go off to school. You want to look good? Largest jean selection you will ever see. Plus, they have the largest boot showroom in the entire world. Dress boots, work boots, hiking boots, Western boots, you name it, they got it. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch, or you can shop online 24/7, 365 at frontierwesternstore.com. I'm in the box. Man, I got in the box late today.
No, you didn't.
I didn't even get. Never mind.
What?
I was gonna say I didn't give any wood yesterday, and today I'm late to the box.
You're late to the box.
I'm not
so
doing
you're a
very
day
good.
late with the wood to the box.
Yep.
John, I got questions for you today. I'm going back and forth on what I want to talk about here with you. You know, we could talk about the trade deadline. I always, on Wednesdays, I usually like to look at the way too early lines for the NFL this week. But the fact of the matter is, John, tonight, there's more Maction. And that means more football to bet on, and we have to bet on it. Now, we're 1-0 on Maction yesterday. Big one.
Well, we're 1-1. Remember my idiot? I took the Golden Hurricanes.
The Golden Flashes.
And they, the Golden Flashes, I'm sorry.
That's
sorry,
fine.
Kent State. Sorry, Tulsa.
Tough game. Well,
I just called both of Tulsa and Kent State the Golden Showers.
I didn't remember.
Because they're pathetic.
I didn't remember that, John. So now you just outed yourself. But it's good that you're honest. That's why you're an honest radio host. That's why all these people can listen to your bets, because they know that you're going to be honest with them. And these two games tonight, John, Central Michigan, the Chippewas. I'm an Indian outlaw.
Half Cherokee and Choctaw.
My lady, she's a Chippewa.
And that's all I know.
And she's one of a kind. John, Central Michigan plays Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois is 6-point favorites. Northern Illinois played a tough schedule. They played Vandy really close, came down to the wire, John. Who do you like in this game tonight? Is 6 points too much? Is this a stay-away game?
I like, okay, it's Maction, right?
The other game, I'll go ahead and give you the other game to
get.
It's
Maction.
It is Maction.
So do you know what that means?
We have to bet on it.
Over 57. Over 57. They're going to score. They're going to score. They're going to score. They're going to score. And they're going to score some more. You're going to have the over with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. You're going to have
Wow. Early
it's
over
gonna be
hit.
An easy hit.
Game in the 70s, 60s?
Man, in the 70s, maybe even 80s.
Wow.
Bro.
Love it. John, next game is Western Michigan Bowling Green, BGSU, 4.5-point favorites. Those Bowling Green State Eagles or something. John, who's going to win this one? Or do you like it over in this one as well?
No, I don't. Now, Western Michigan, I am a fan of. They took care of Miami of Ohio last week. On the road, I had Western Michigan.
They used to row the boat at Western Michigan.
They row boats. Man, what's up, man? That's how he got his start. Can you believe that?
It is.
PJ. Bowling Green, though.
That's where Corey Davis went, too, I think.
By the way, Bowling Green, though, do you know what they are?
Eagles.
They are Eagles. And guess what's in Bowling Green?
Nothing.
Man, I hope Chaz ain't listening.
Oh, no, it's a beautiful place. I love Bowling Green, Kentucky.
No. There's I had a lot of fun in Bowling Green once. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, no, we're not going to hear
just
about it.
Use your imagination.
Ladies of the night.
Like, why would I go to Bowling Green, Kentucky? Like, what could bring me to Bowling Green? It ain't their football team. But I will tell you right now, I am going to take Bowling Green minus the 4.5 again at home. Even though I like Western Michigan, they got the game for me last week. This is 2 weeks on the road. They're not going to get the dub. It's a shorter week. I'm telling you, Bowling Green at home. The crowd's going to be electric. The Eagles, they just roll, bro.
I love it. So let's go 2-0 tonight, baby.
2-0 tonight. Central Michigan, Northern Illinois over 57. That thing will be close to the 70s. Western Michigan, Bowling Green. We're taking Bowling Green. The Eagles minus the 4.5 on the other side. We're talking with Dustin Starr about some wrestling, about some Griznass. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey, folks, Bob Burkham for Sunrise Buick GMC Truck. Thinking about buying a new or used car or truck? Remember, the selection's better and the savings are bigger at Sunrise. Over 600 new cars and trucks to choose from. Factory rebates up to $2,000 and interest rates low as 0%. Bad credit? It's okay. At Sunrise, we've got a financing plan for everybody. SunriseMemphis.com. We're saving you money. It's just the way of doing business. Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville. We make it fun to buy a car again. Check out the all-new Sunrise Truck Corral. Huge selection of nothing but trucks. All makes, all models, all prices, all trucks, all the time. Next to Sunrise Wolf Chase.
This holiday season, Conway Services, part of the ARS network, would like to recognize those making a difference in our communities. Through our national ARS Cares Community Heroes program, we want to give back to a community hero for the positive impact they have made by giving them a new heating and cooling system or water heater. Take a minute to nominate your deserving community hero in need by visiting ars.com/ARS Cares.
Sure, we have 30 seconds to tell you that drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. But then what? We could romance the legal copy. It never gets the attention it deserves. And some lawyer worked real hard on it. So take it away, lawyer.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Now that was some beautiful legal. Well done, lawyer. Well done.
It's gotten colder outside, and the folks at Family Leisure want you to relax at home in your new massage chair or catch a game in your new home theater set. The Relax at Home sale is going on right now at Family Leisure with great deals on pool tables or shuffleboards, or enjoy a game with all your friends and your family. Also on sale now, saunas, hot tubs, patio furniture. It's the Relax at Home sale. Come by Family Leisure, I-40 and Whidden Road. That's where you'll relax at home.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house. Got something weird, man. I got to say something. Did you know that they have you know how like there's a Jackson, Tennessee and a Jackson, Mississippi?
I do. Yeah, I'm familiar.
There's also a Bowling Green, Kentucky and a Bowling Green, Ohio.
And which one is Bowling Green State in?
It's in Ohio.
That's right.
So I think I'm scared of my bet now.
He's reversed.
Yes.
So we got to take Western Kentucky.
And the Western Michigan.
I mean, Western Michigan.
Western Kentucky's in actually
different.
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
That's right.
Yeah, two different, totally different.
I still think Bowling Green, Ohio is a great place too. Gets it done.
I've never been to Bowling Green, Ohio.
Neither have I, John. But if you had that much fun in Bowling Green, Kentucky, you got to know Bowling Green, Ohio is a great place too.
Man, I can't wait to talk about DK Metcalf's poop story. He talked with Kay Adams yesterday about his the bowel movement that went viral.
Kay Adams from the FanDuel TV network that I don't know what number channel that is on my cable service, but I know that's where she is.
Oh, by the way, do you think your parents are going to let me and Chaz move in? That's what I was trying to get to. We'll rent our house out. You have the media place, and it'll just be a lot
easier. You
easier.
Just come watch football on the weekends, John.
I like to watch it at my house. So if like the upstairs of your dad's house is my house, then
I'll ask him.
Well, make sure you ask. I think that would be actually kind. Your dad's text, Bowling Green. Is that who told you this?
That's right.
Thank you, Bill. And by the way, I was just, like I said, me and Chaz want to rent out my house and move into your upstairs. I don't have 5 TVs in a room. I just don't do it. Now, we got to talk with my good buddy, Dustin Starr. It's a hump day in the Mid-South. Grizzlies are on the road. They play the Trailblazers. No Dame time. Don't know who's going to play for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies have gone from a 2.5-point favorite to a 4.5-point favorite. What's up, Dustin Starr?
Yo!
How's Daddy Daycare?
Oh, just getting things done. We had a busy week last week and an even busier week this week, and, of course, 2 home games coming up. Friday and Sunday, so should be pretty busy, brother.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. By the way, hold on. Wait a second. You have a busier week this week than you did last week?
Oh, my gosh. Well, with basketball season, well, check this out. So on Friday, it's Memphis Hustle opening night, and at the same time, the Memphis Grizzlies are at home as well. So I'm actually double booked for that one.
Goodness gracious. If you
but
need
a lot
any
of
help.
basketball and a lot of wrestling. So,
Well, how did the Halloween Spooktacular go with your unbelievable wrestling over there at CW30?
oh, it was cool, man. The Vampire Warrior Gangrel was there. We had a coffin. It's so weird. Like, wrestlers have these hidden talents that you would never know about. And so my guys at the Posse, especially Simon, they wear face paint and spikes and everything. And I just casually mentioned, hey, we need a coffin or a casket for the Halloween Spooktacular. He's like, don't worry, I got you. This guy built like a legit Dracula-looking wood coffin that we drug down the street in front of the Wrestle Center and put together a promo package, and it debuted on television, and it looked awesome. So if anybody needs a coffin, the wrestlers at the Wrestle Center could build you one. But it was really cool TV. It was kind of like a standalone episode on Saturday, and then this coming Saturday is kind of a special for us. It's like a proud papa moment because all the trainees are going to be performing on television for the first time ever. So lots of really cool stuff, but Halloween behind us. We even wrestled at Dave & Buster's on Sunday. It was packed. There was lots of great costumes. We had a ton of fun, man.
Okay, what did you dress up as?
Well, I was Pluto this year because
Is
Reese
that the
and
dog
Maria,
that doesn't talk?
Yes. I think you're onto something there, Johnny, because it was Mickey and Minnie, which was Reese and Maria, and then I was Pluto, the non-talking dog.
But you did a lot of talking about
Probably against what Maria wished.
Oh,
yeah,
my
but,
gosh.
Reese went trick-or-treating for the first time. It was his first year, and oh, my gosh, he was so giddy running down the street going to the next house. So he had a lot of fun.
Man, that's awesome.
Halloween.
That is awesome. I'm glad the Spooktacular went off. I'm glad Reese had fun on Halloween. I'm glad everybody got out and did everything wonderful. Again, we're talking with Dustin Starr. Follow him on the Twitter at Dustin Starr. He takes care of the championship wrestling here in Memphis. Also follow CW30 Wrestling. Don't forget he does the Grizzlies, the Redbirds, the Hustle. He does it all. Now, you are a busy, busy man. You are extremely busy. You have a very busy week. Did want to ask you, though, with the games coming up and all the injuries going on, are you a little bit worried about your Grizz?
Well, I talked to Coach Jenkins, and I told him, if he needed the muscle to get out there and help him out on the floor, that, I'm available from time to time when I'm not doing my spots in the arena and everything. So I'm available, Johnny.
I would love to see that.
They need me to go in.
You are a very, very, very big, strong, strapping man. But I would tell you one thing. You're like only, maybe 6 feet tall?
No, probably not even. Aquaman would kill me.
Yeah, dude. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I don't know if that would work.
We've been on the road for a bit, so, it's always nice to be back home. So on Friday, the boys in blue will be back home, and then we have, I think it's a 5 p.m. on Sunday, which is kind of cool. So just looking forward to seeing them back at home because it is real, like momentum and, the home crowd advantage, all that stuff is a real thing, man. And so, taking a couple of losses on the road and getting them back home to pick up a couple of dubs, I think that's just what the doctor ordered in that case. So we'll be here for it.
Yeah, and if you did not know, by the way, Zaire is going to be out for a while. Steven Adams is day-to-day. You talked about Aquaman. You got Desmond Bain, who's day-to-day. Jake LaRavia is day-to-day. But Dame Lillard is out. Gary Payton II is out. Trent Walford is out. Josh Hart is day-to-day. So Portland's banged up just as the Grizzlies are. But when they come back to the crib Friday night, when they get ready to, get things going again, I wanted to ask you about this, basically, the FedEx Forum. Is there a home court in the NBA that's anything like the Memphis Grizzlies?
I haven't been to all the teams and all the arenas, but when other entertainers, halftime performers, artists, other mascots, and everything, when they come into town, they say that it's different than anywhere else. You know, there's not a lot of places where you can set up a wrestling ring at a random NBA game and it go off without a hitch, you know, and it's normal, or chant and whoop that trick, or, I mean, it is totally different. Everything from the music to I would hope from the MCs to the players on the court, man, it is all different. And like I said, I haven't been to all the other arenas, but when they come in and they talk to us, they say that everything's different here in Memphis, and for a good way too.
In a great way, yeah. No. I mean, Memphis, going to those games is absolutely a blast. By the way, if you didn't know, they play Charlotte on Friday. They have Washington on Sunday. Friday is a 7:00 tip. Sunday's 5:00.
You know, we've got a lot of people in town shooting and doing production, everything from actors to directors, producers, all that stuff with Young Rock and NBC, and so they're all coming into town and having fun. You know, they're going to FedEx Forum. They're going to the barbecue places. You know, they're hitting me up asking, and not just me, but everybody, hey, what can we do next? Because they love being here. And hopefully we will get them here for the 52 episodes. And the premiere
is in
this Friday.
November 4th? Yeah. Oh, it's Friday night?
It is Friday night.
And the Grizzlies and the Hustlers are Friday night? Man, like, dude, you're going to have to record that. Go, you know, like, man.
But that's the good thing about today's day and age. You can record it and you can watch it at any point. But you will see a lot of familiar faces. I can't wait. We've been working really, really, really hard on this whole production with Young Rock, and you guys are finally going to see some of it coming up on Friday. So tune in, set your DVR, whatever you got to do. There's even been some pictures that were released from everybody from Daily Memphian, Commercial Appeal, et cetera, NBC especially, and so you can get a glimpse of some of the wrestlers that are from Memphis wrestling that we're helping put this thing together. So it's very cool. That's coming up on Friday.
That is actually, it is really, really cool. I mean, looking forward to that busy Friday night in the Mid-South. Now, I know it's busy over at wrestling. Tell the people what you got with the wrestling going down.
Tomorrow night, we are debuting in New Albany, Mississippi, right down the street from Tupelo. Of course, Tupelo has a rich history of Memphis wrestling, and so we're teaming up with the Ingomar baseball team. And we're doing a big fundraiser. And so we've got a great advance tickets already. We'll definitely have a good walk-up. The community out there in New Albany has been extremely supportive. So we're going to raise a ton of money out there for Ingomar baseball. And it pulls right up on the GPS. If you want to make a short road trip, you can grab an advance ticket at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com or just pull up, man. Just pull up. I think it's like $10 at the gate. Ringside are sold out, though, Johnny. So if you're coming, you got to let me know so I can get you a special chair or something, because ringside are sold out.
My goodness, dude. Sold out already?
Big shout out to one of our stars of tomorrow, Big John Dalton and his family. He plays on the Ingomar baseball team, and he's going to be able to perform in front of his school, his friends, his family, and his hometown on Thursday night, 7 p.m. bell time. And I know it's a huge moment for him. And we've got some really cool stuff planned, too. So be out there, 7 p.m. bell time. If you get there a little early, 6 p.m., it's on the ball field. You can meet all the stars of Memphis wrestling as well. And, it's going to be a really good – you're going to see us do a lot more of these fundraisers. We're still very early. You know, we've only been around a year and a half, 88 episodes. So as we grow, we'll continue to help out in the community as much as we can.
And that's tomorrow, correct?
Tomorrow.
Thursday
night.
A little Thirsty Thursday action in New Albany, raising money for the baseball team. I absolutely love that. Now, what you got going on this Sunday? You got something called the Memphis Trios Tournament?
That is coming up on Sunday, November 13th. So we do a little tournament each year, and it's kind of like it's like 3-on-3. And so in the finals, you have 3 teams all fighting at the same time. So it's a triple threat trio.
Whoa.
And the winners get rings. Pretty cool stuff. We do that annually around the November month. And, you get the finals coming up on November 13th.
Absolutely dig that. That's for dead gum sure. I can promise you that. Now, so you're going to be in New Albany on Thursday. You're going to be at the Grizzlies game or the Hustle game Friday?
I'll be at the Grizzlies game on Friday.
Saturday, do you actually have any time off?
Saturday is Reese's birthday party.
What?
So, yeah, I'm booked. I'm booked for a good old two wild time, I think is what we're calling it, because he's turning 2.
2-year-old little Reese, man.
I know, man.
Damn, time is flying by.
Well, at least he's actually like a little person now.
Yeah, they do run around about 2. When they're about 2, they run around, get in a lot of trouble.
Like he knows what you're saying, and he's trying to communicate back. It's pretty cool, like.
He's actually a little person.
Of course, I have a 14-year-old as well, so it's like doing it all over again. But seeing it is very cool.
Man, that is awesome, by the way. Man, I'm glad everything's going well. Give Maria our love. Don't work too hard. We're going to be looking for you tomorrow in New Albany. Hopefully everybody checks them out. Don't forget to go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. And again, there's a lot of stuff always going on at Dave & Buster's. Speaking of Dave & Buster's, are they going to be airing, when's the next little Dave & Buster's action we got going?
Oh, man, we've got an AEW pay-per-view coming up in November. Let me see. That is a Saturday. Look, you caught me off guard with that.
My bad.
All of the WWE watch part, or all these WWE pay-per-views, we watch at Dave & Buster's, and they're free. And I think it's November the 19th. So AEW is like the popular one. That's a $60 pay-per-view that you have to order at home, or just go to Dave & Buster's and watch it for free.
Wait a second. So, you're telling me you're getting instead of paying $60 at home, to watch it in your crib, you can go to Dave & Buster's and you can eat, you can play games, and you can watch all the wrestling you want?
That's every single time.
Man, dude, that's a great deal.
And then of course you got to play the games too.
Yeah, I dig the games. I love playing games, man. I love playing games.
And the beer, Johnny.
Now I love the beer. I've actually been pretty good. I haven't had a beer in 7 or 8 days. I think if you're counting, you might have a problem.
Man, well, are you making a comeback?
Oh, no, I'm just trying to lose a little belly fat. Holidays are about here. It's November. I'm going to be eating a lot of turkey, doing the Thanksgiving thing, so I'm going to put it all back. Yeah.
With Halloween candy, and then you have Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and that's why the New Year's resolutions are always so popular, because we do so much damage in the fourth quarter of the year.
Yeah, that is the truth. We do a lot of damage. That's why we have dry January. You dry out in January, and then you party like a rock star from February till you get to the months. Dustin, be blessed out there. Enjoy everything. Don't work too hard, and happy birthday, Reese.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys, and I will talk to you next week.
That's my buddy, Dustin Starr. 901-406-1101. That's my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. Give him a call right now. You're guaranteed to close in 5 days. Bing, bang, boom. You got your cash in a flash. Call him today. You're going to have your money, not tomorrow, but again in 5 days. And it's any house, it's any area, it's as is. It's as simple as that. Don't let your home go in foreclosure. Get your cash in a flash. 901-406-1101. Plus, let's say you know somebody who needs to sell your house. Instead of calling them and say, hey, man, call Bill at I Buy Houses, you call Bill at I Buy Houses. You give him and say, here's the number. These people need to sell their house. And guess what? If they close that deal in 5 days, you get $500. That's right, a referral free. 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Back into Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports56 WHBQ.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Sure, we have 30 seconds to tell you that drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. But then what? We could romance the legal copy. It never gets the attention it deserves. And some lawyer worked real hard on it. So take it away, lawyer.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Now that was some beautiful legal. Well done, lawyer. Well done.
Jenkins Floors and More in Hernando is growing, and they've only been around for 5 years. Choose from hundreds of choices of wood, tile, vinyl, and carpet. Timmy, the owner, gets calls from people everywhere and can sometimes save them up to 50% on wood, tile, vinyl, and carpets. Jenkins meets all your needs from renovations to home building to installation. Enjoy buying excellent quality products at awesome prices. They're all about customer service at Jenkins Floors and More in Hernando. Call 662-469-9350.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boost on the biggest events to let you get more action out of every game. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started and be sure to sign up with the promo code HAPPY so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code HAPPY. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Got Jay Morgan hanging out with me. Beautiful, busy day out here in the Mid-South, and I'll tell you right now, we've got Little World Series baseball, Game 4. It's kind of a big one. The problem is, though, for the Astros, you know where the game's at, don't you?
I think it's in Philadelphia, John.
Yes. Do you know the name? Citizens Bank Park.
John, I don't listen. I don't figure out names anymore. Now, Citizen Bank Park has been there for a while, but once they started doing all these corporate sponsorships and changing the names, I'm out. You know?
I got you, bro. What's
the one in what's Heinz Field called now? Butt Crack Park or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
back to the World Series talk.
Back to the World Series talk. Well, Game 3 was a rout. Phillies hit home runs, but do you know what the Phillies have done this postseason at home? They are 6-0 with 17 home runs.
That's a dude. Oh, wow. So they're cheating.
It's Citizens Bank Park.
They're cheating, John.
No, they're not cheating.
You don't know, John. You don't win every game at home in the playoffs unless you're cheating. I think you just came on to something there. Two things. Number one, either they're cheating, or number two, John, you know what that means?
They're trying.
No. Due factor. That means they're due for a loss. So here's the bet for tonight. It's an automatic play to take the Astros to win this game tonight, maybe even in the run line, to be honest with you. I mean, they're going to rout them tonight. And I'm going to tell you right now, John, if they don't rout them, if the Astros don't rout the Phillies tonight, that means the Phillies are cheating. Your thoughts?
Interesting. Well, I'm interested in the fact that Aaron Nola's on the bump. You know, he started, and he only made it in the first game against this Houston team. His ERA is 10.38. He's got a 1.85 whip in 4 1/3 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, and 2 bombs. He did have 5 Ks in the 4 1/3. But again, when you give up 6 hits, 2 walks, and 2 of them are bombs, that's not really good. That's why his ERA is above north of 10. Christian Javier making his first start in this World Series. He did have a very good season. He is a good pitcher, but he's only 25 years old. He's 11-9 on the season. He's got a 2.54 ERA. 194 strikeouts this season, and his whip, though, is what I like, is 0.95. Can he keep the Phillies in the ballpark? They had 3 home runs in the first 2 innings, 5 for the game against Lance McCullers yesterday. Again, they've hit 17 home runs in 6 games at Citizens Bank Park. Can Christian Javier keep them in the yard early because the strength of the Astros is their bullpen?
Yeah, John, I don't think the Phillies are going to score tonight. The Astros are going to run him out, and if they don't, the Phillies are cheating.
So the Phillies are going to lose the very first game that they've lost this postseason tonight at home.
It's a do factor, John.
Both teams are just -10. It's even money.
Oh, well, then I'll take the money line then. Can I get plus money on the run line? Plus money on the run line then.
Actually, let me look it up.
So I'm going to take plus money on the run line. And if it's plus 1.5 for the Astros, I'm going to move the line to -1.5, get super plus money. It's easy. And I'm telling you right now, the
money line is -10 because that's how you bet baseball. But what were you saying? The run line is what you're looking at?
The run line.
The run line is the Astros -1.5 plus 150.
Yeah, it's an easy bet for me. They're going to win by more than 1.5 because the only way they don't is if the Phillies cheat. And for that reason, we should bet all our money on all the Astros bets we can take because the Phillies aren't cheating. And if they are, they're just going to out themselves as cheaters. And we can come on the radio tomorrow and tell everyone in the whole world how the Phillies are big cheaters. And that'll be great, too.
I will say, though, the thing that scares me about Christian Javier, he's been an electric, excellent pitcher all year. But do you know what? He's, like I told you, you know how he struck out 196 batters this year? 94 batters, which is tied for 4th. In the American League, 14th in Major League Baseball. Do you know that he gives up 1.35 home runs per 9 innings over the past 3 seasons? That ranks 20th amongst 76 pitchers with at least 300 innings pitched in that time span. I don't know, man. Makes me a little bit nervous.
That should make you feel better, though.
It makes me feel better, but still, 17 bombs in 6 games at Citizens Bank Park. Look at the way Bryce Harper's swinging the bat.
And they're cheating, John.
They are not cheating. That is the Astros that we know have cheated. Okay?
Well, Jets, they're trying to get them back, and they're cheating themselves.
Well,
I'm telling you right now, John, if the Astros don't win tonight,
how
they
much
cheat.
did the rain out help the Phillies by allowing them to go to Ranger Suarez instead of having Thor pitch?
So maybe the fix
Noah
is in.
Syndergaard, if you don't know who Thor is.
So the fix is in.
I don't know if the weather. I don't know if the Philly fans have figured out a way to control the weather.
Was it raining enough to cancel the game?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know, John.
No.
I wasn't in Philly that night. I didn't see the rain.
Well, I would tell you about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I told a bunch of people, let's quit looking at this baseball game from every angle because we're wasting our time. The game is going to be canceled, guaranteed, because it was 100% rain through the whole damn thing.
Regular meteorologist over here.
Man, I don't know if you know this. I am a meteorologist.
And a doctor.
And a doctor.
And a lawyer.
Man, you got this thing. You
and a
got
lip reader.
And a lip reader.
So, John, you're not in. I think that was John, I've had a few takes on the radio over my year here at Sports 56 WHBQ working for the fabulous Happy Hour with Johnny radio show. I think the fact that I think that was my best take ever, is that we will know the Phillies are cheating if they win tonight. Yeah, they're 6-0, John. You don't win. You don't go undefeated at home in the MLB playoffs unless there's something felonious going on. So there's 2 things that are going to happen tonight. Either the Astros are due for a win here because the Phillies are due for a loss at home, and if they don't win, then that means the Phillies are guaranteed to be cheating. I think we've cornered them. Your thoughts?
Very interesting.
And thank you, John.
Very interesting. I think you're a lunatic.
I feel like you saying it's very interesting is in fact you saying the opposite thing. You're not interested in that take.
I was saying, it's like,
you're just very polite.
I'm just, you know what? I am polite. That's one thing Thank you, Mom. You taught me to be a very polite person.
And Dad,
my dad. I don't think he taught me to be a nice person.
Oh, he didn't?
I thought it was my mother.
Oh.
But my dad's a great guy.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was waiting for you to pick it up.
He taught me how to be a man's man.
He taught me how to gamble.
Taught me how to gamble. Taught me how to, I was going to say roll a junt, but he actually didn't teach me. But I bet he can roll one. I would make a wager on that because I've seen him do it.
Wow.
I just ousted. By the way, his name is Kevin Hart. What's up, Kev?
No, you really ousted him.
He's old and retired. Does it matter?
No.
That's kind of mean to call him old, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm old. If you got an old son, you're an old man.
That's right.
He's a great grandfather.
I'm only 28. I'm losing all my hair. I'm old.
No, you just look old.
That's right.
There's a difference.
Oh.
There's a difference. You don't feel old, do you?
I don't.
Man, by the way, you remember, bald is beautiful.
It is. It's and Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. And by the way, you would have the tannest head I've ever seen of anybody who's bald.
That's right.
Because most of them are just like these white heads. You got like a brown head.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, dude. It's like, this is a great segue to my next story. On the other side, we're going to go into Hardwood. We're going to talk about DK Metcalf's poop story. Who do you think had the best Halloween outfit in the world? I'll tell you, she's a very hot chick, and she used to play golf. Do you know who it is?
No.
Paige Spreenak.
Oh.
I'm going to get to talk about my girl, but I do want to remind you about Brian Elder. He's the #1 roofing repair professional in the Mid-South. He's the best residential and commercial contractor, period. You can call him at 901-867-0303, 901-867-0303. Let him come love on your roof. He's got a no questions asked warranty guarantee. He's licensed, he's insured, he's bonded. And he's been doing this so long. He's handled every single type of claim, every single type of roof. He's got you covered. He is Brian Elder. Don't you dare touch the dial. We're finally going to go give you a little Hardwood at noon on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is something called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text JUDGE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text JUDGE to 321-321. That's JUDGE to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. Depending on how long you've been around, you've likely known my name for 30 years. Perhaps for my 20 years as the morning show on Kix 106 as the Young and Elder Show, or my 15 years at Brian Elder Roofing. So obviously, my reputation means everything to me. One terrible customer experience could tarnish a third of a century of goodwill. My reputation for quality and strong relationships is our main focus. We're the highest certification, a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning. If you have a business or a commercial building, we're the highest certification for warranties with GAF and Mulehide products. We don't come at you in sales mode. If you got a problem, sometimes the solution is just to fix the problem. Call me right now. I'll come out and see you today. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Guns & Ammo has a full line of Pro Shot products, a tremendous selection of accessories from belts, holsters, gun cases, specialty boxes, Benchmade knives, and assorted optics. At Guns & Ammo, enjoy selecting all your favorite firearms, from hunting supplies to target shooting to self-defense. Experience the excellence at Guns & Ammo with a friendly, knowledgeable staff and hundreds of guns to choose from. Guns & Ammo, 3615 Summer Avenue, Memphis local, and supporting the NRA and Friends of the NRA. Guns & Ammo, family owned since 1985. Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253 DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Oh, yeah. But you got to be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. We got Jay Morgan Harder in the hizzy. We're very, very busy. I'm checking out my FanDuel Sportsbook app right now.
John, that rhymed what you just said there.
It did?
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm pretty good at these things, right?
You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
Did not even know it. What did I say?
I don't remember. I'm tired today, man. I'm sleepy. I'm a little sleepy.
Dude, anybody got a key bump out there? Anybody got a key bump? What's the address?
I thought we were doing meth.
No, because I know, but I just don't. I just don't have it on hand.
Because it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday to turn it upside down,
and now it's an M so it's
flip
meth.
that script.
Meth. You do meth on Wednesdays.
Yeah. By the way, that means you won't sleep until Sunday.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I've got a Coca-Cola Classic.
Does that have Coca-Cola? Does that have Coke in it?
No, not Coke. It has Coke in it, but not cocaine. Just Coke.
Did you know that they keep the recipe for Coke in like some big old vault?
Is that right?
Yeah, man. Only like 4 people know about the recipe.
Did you ever go to one of those diners?
Do you know that I think that Coke is disgusting, by the way.
I'm a fan of it. It tastes good to me.
I don't drink any sodas.
I've been limiting my caffeine intake. I stopped drinking coffee.
Well, if you're doing meth, you don't need coffee. You don't need caffeine.
Except on Mondays when I have to go through my little personal hell of watching all the press conferences, and the only way to get through all that crap is to have some caffeine. But other than that, I've been limiting my caffeine intake. Except my little bit caffeine I allow myself is a little Coca-Cola Classic.
Ooh, just a little Coca-Cola Classic.
Coca-Cola Classic.
Do you drink coffee?
No, that's what I just said.
Oh yeah, I was listening to you very
intently.
intently. Well, I was looking at my bets, man. I can take the Grizzlies minus the 4.5. It's moved it's already moved 2 points, but the money line's minus 184 on the FanDuel.
Why wouldn't you just change the spread to 2.5 then? Why are you going to take the whole money down to there when you could take just a little bit to 2.5 where you're more confident in that bet?
Well, since I'm on the FanDuel, let me look at the alternate lines.
The duel.
The alternate spreads. So I could get the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
I can get the Grizzlies minus the 2.5, minus 150.
It's better than, what'd you say, 187?
184.
184? It's better than that, John.
I can do minus 3.5 for minus 132.
I guess that's only 1 point, but 2.5 just makes me more comfortable because they can win by one possession. I think they win by more than one possession, but they can win by that just one possession. There's only one type of one possession they can win by and not win. You know,
that's a 2.
That's a 2 or a 1, I suppose, if they make a free throw.
Yeah,
in that case.
And then I would be mad at you because I didn't take the money line.
And then you didn't take the money line, exactly. So I don't want to put myself out there for that. John, have you ever been to one of these like diners or restaurants where they mix the Coca-Cola in front of you? You know what I mean? Where they add the syrup with the pump, like old school style. You know what I'm talking about? They pump the syrup in there, and then they have just like a seltzer, like a soda fountain. You never seen that before?
I mean, I don't.
901-360-8255. If you remember the old school diners where they would do the pump of syrup into like a glass and then put the seltzer water in there and mix it up with a spoon that they go really fast through. Tell me about it. 901-360-8255. We want to hear from you.
You're too young to have even seen those things.
No, I've seen one before. I've gone to some old school. I love diners. I'm a big diner guy. Go get a little Club Sammy, maybe a little cup of coffee, but I don't drink that much coffee. I'm trying not to drink coffee anymore.
Send me to Carbone.
Because I'm a little like Dan Campbell, John. When I start drinking coffee, I guzzle it. Like, I want to get as much caffeine in my system as possible, and it strikes me that might not be good for you.
Guess what I found out from your dad?
What?
1, I can move in. 2, he said the original Coca-Cola recipe is kept at the Truist Bank headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia, in their vault.
How about that? Little safety deposit box.
Yep, dude. It's not a little safety deposit box. It's the vault, brother.
Great.
It's a big difference.
Very informative today.
Hey, that's all I do, by the way. And by the way, if you're a business owner, I'm going to try to inform you on something. I'm going to let you know that it's hard being a business owner out there. It's hard on you. It's hard on your employees. It's just a hard life. It's a hard knock life out there. Well, let me make your life a little bit easier. I'm going to grow your bottom line immediately by eliminating your credit card processing fees. How am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to give you the number to call my buddy Blake Jones, your local Mid-South Advanced Merchant Services representatives. He's going to work directly with you, help your business grow instantly. The business owner, you already have enough costs, so let Blake Jones lower your credit card processing fees. It's risk-free. It's absolutely no cost to you, the business owner. You just call 662-416-5262. 662-416-5262. Call Blake Jones today. Start saving money tomorrow. Let's go to Hardenwood.
This is Access Hardenwood.
All right, Mr. J. Morgan.
Hey, John.
You've been giddy all day long to get to Hardenwood.
I have. I love when you give me the wood, John. I've been just so excited for this to come up. I think this is the segment that might give me a little bit of energy here.
Okay. Let's do it. This is going to be, instead of Hardenwood, it is a Key Bump Monday.
No, it's Wednesday for one thing.
Wednesday, yeah.
And it's Meth Wednesday, we already decided. John, am I starting or are you starting?
I said, I just gave you the baton.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah, I said I'll let you start.
You ever seen Night at the Roxbury where they go, me, you, me, you, me, me, you?
I like the way they grind up on the girls that's and they
right.
dance.
And they bump in there. It's a great movie. John, Halloween was Monday. Did you have a good Halloween? You dressed up as
Officer Dangle.
Lieutenant Dangle.
Yeah.
John, some other people wore some not as smart Halloween costumes, and I'm not talking about me. There was a man who dressed up as Hitler in Madison County, wherever that is, and he was fired from his job, John.
The Bridges of Madison County? Isn't that a movie or something?
It is. It's a girly movie, though, isn't it?
I'm sure it is. I mean, I don't really watch any movies, but...
So, John, is it offensive to dress up as Hitler? I guess that's not for us to answer. Clint Eastwood. It's not a girly movie. It's Clint Eastwood. It is. It's a romance drama, 1995, but it has Clint Eastwood in it. I'm a big Clint Eastwood guy.
Are you?
Do you like Clint Eastwood?
There's a movie that I watched that he did.
Good, Bad, and Ugly is a good one.
Nah, man, there was one where, like, Gran Torino.
Oh, that's a good one, too. That's a more recent one, though.
Yeah, the old school one's like, what is it, Dirty Harry?
That's a good movie, too, man.
What does he say when he's got his gun pulled on you?
I don't remember, but it's
if you pull your gun, make my day.
Yeah,
or is that Dirty Harry?
That's Dirty Harry, right? That's not Good, Bad, and Ugly. Good, Bad, and Ugly is it's like there's a camera shot of him with his hand right next to his gun holster. He pulls out and pew, Oh man, love that.
I think it doesn't. I don't know if it goes pew because that's a thing on TikTok. Pew pew pew.
That's not the man. That's
pew pew pew.
Anyway. But, John, would you ever dress up as Hitler for Halloween, or is that offensive? I think Hitler, if you dress up and make Hitler look like a cartoon character, that's great, right? Now, if you do it and you're intentionally being anti-Semitic and all that kind of thing, like you ever seen The Producers, John? With that's a Mel Brooks movie.
I would say, put it this way: if you're going to be like Jeffrey Epstein or Hitler or no, man.
Well,
let me just tell you something. No.
So that's a no? Hard no?
It's a very hard no. You exterminate millions of people. Let me tell you a little secret. I think there's a special place in hell for you.
Yeah, but that's why it's important to make him look like a cartoon character. Like, who's the guy with the mustache? The comedian, the old school comedian that did silent movies with the mustache. You know what I'm talking about?
Charlie Chapman.
Charlie Chaplin. He dressed up as Hitler in a movie.
I said Chapman, Rex Chapman.
Yeah, Rex Chapman. But Charlie Chaplin.
Dude can stroke a three-pointer.
He could.
He's also bald.
He is.
And he's very active on the Twitter.
He is very active, all three things. But, John, Charlie Chaplin dressed up as Hitler. They made fun of him. That's funny. Got to make fun of the guy. So if you dress up and make fun of him.
But if you're trick-or-treating, how do you make fun of somebody? And by the way, could you imagine opening your
Strangly,
door?
clangly. And then you say that instead of trick-or-treating.
Like, imagine opening up the door and you got, is it a kid that dressed up as Hitler?
I think so. Do you do it?
Man, can I just tell you something? That is bad parenting.
No. It was a man because he was fired from his job, so it wasn't a kid.
Oh, my God. Hold on. Time out. He got also fired from his job.
Yeah, that was the story.
Directly, I see why he got fired.
You post pictures of yourself dressed as Hitler with the salute going on. But I was gonna say
Kyrie Irving didn't even do that.
I was gonna say the producers with the Mel Brooks movie, the producers where they try and make the biggest flop musical they can think of, and what they come up with is called "Springtime for Hitler." Springtime for Hitler and
what show is this?
The producers, Mel Brooks.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's
and
a
I've
great
seen
one.
A few of them, a few Mel Brooks movies.
Should see the producers.
What
It's
is it
also
like
a
the history of the world?
History of the World.
History of the World.
Part 1.
Yep, that was a good one.
Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, he did Young Frankenstein
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
High Anxiety. He
did Spaceballs.
He did Spaceballs.
I remember Spaceballs. That had Blarth.
Yeah, that's right. Barf. Yeah. Who was supposed to be Chewbacca.
Chewbacca, yeah.
Anyway, John, back to you.
All right, now I got to bring you. Do you know who Hope Solo is?
Soccer player.
She's a female soccer player.
Okay. Well, she's just a soccer player, John.
But she's a female.
That's right. She is.
They don't call it women's soccer anymore.
Well, they do, but when you don't say someone's a female lawyer. They're just a lawyer. She's just a soccer player.
Well, there's a difference because a man lawyer can go against a female lawyer.
They can.
It doesn't matter about your sexes. It doesn't matter about your sex when you're playing a sport, bro. If it's men's soccer, you should be a man. If it's women's soccer, you should be a woman.
Not to get political.
That isn't political.
I'm just joking.
Hope Solo, by the way, she might be the closest woman to a man I've seen in a long time, and I'm not, and even closer than Leah Thomas.
Brittany Griner. I don't know.
No, dude, I don't think you can make fun of somebody that's in Russian jail.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, you got to feel kind of bad for her birthday. She celebrated in jail. Yeah. Talk about a great birthday.
Seems like a dangerous conversation we're venturing into.
Well, no, I'm just saying Hope Solo was so drunk they finally released a police video of her getting arrested on March 31st. So she's in a Walmart parking lot. She has her children in the car, and her forehead is on the steering wheel. The car is running. She is passed out cold. You can see the cop walk up to the car. He taps on the window, tap, tap, tap. She pops her head up real quick. She looks startled and stunned, and the first thing out of her mouth is, What do you want? I'm not driving. It's not against the law to be passed out in a parking lot.
Is it?
It probably is. I would say absolutely that it is because
public intoxication.
Yes, she actually got in trouble for obstruction of justice and delaying the conduct of she obstructed an officer and delayed in the process or whatever. So that was like the first thing. Then she also got DUI. She has now pled guilty to DUI. But my goodness, for a girl who was a great soccer player, she's turned into one hardcore alcoholic. Not saying that they're mutually exclusive. Do you remember Lenny Dykstra?
I do.
Dude.
I don't even have to remember him. He is prevalent all the time.
Dude, you know who he played for?
The Phillies.
That's right. That was a great Philly team. You had John Kruk. You had Lenny. You had Mitch Williams, the Wild Thing. Wild baseball team. You know who they lost to in the World Series?
No.
The Blue Jays.
Oh, the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Do you not remember when Mitch Williams gave up the big home run?
No, John, I wasn't alive.
It was like Joe Carter, I think.
I wasn't alive.
Man, how can I remember things back then?
I don't know. I do remember the 72 Dolphins, though, undefeated.
Good job. That's a good job.
That was before I was born, too, though.
But I was going to tell you, that's actually before I was born. Did you know that? Not by much.
But we both know. They were undefeated.
Hope Solo, by the way, she came out and made a really good statement. And I can't believe I'm going to say this.
All right, say it.
She says, I understand what a destructive part of my life alcohol has become. I continue to be a student of the greatest school called life, and I will continue to lean and grow from these experiences. I will continue to gain empathy, knowledge, and stories to share. I consider this a gift to pass it on to others because pain shared is pain lessened.
Well, PR.
Dude, I got to say something. That is a hell of a statement.
It's a good one.
I mean, the video comes out. You look like just a crazy drunken lunatic. I mean, I've done some bad things in my life. I've been completely inebriated.
Name one.
I stole a taxi once, and
what
I didn't
that's
really.
what I was hoping you would
And I
say.
didn't steal the taxi, number one. Okay, hold on. You know what? Now we got to get into this.
Yeah,
Because
let's
if you
do
haven't
it.
heard the story,
This
this
is
is
my
going to drive me
favorite story.
crazy. This is going to drive me crazy. I was not passed out in a parking lot. I was passed out in the back of a cab car. Okay?
And the cabbie.
And the cab driver who was supposed to take me home because I was so trashed that they put me in a cab was supposed to take me to my house. He wasn't supposed to pull into a little dark area, get out of his cab, and I'm passed out, and open the back door and start rummaging through my pockets and pulling out all my cash. And I just got done bartending that night at Alfred's. Made a arsenal of cash.
Shout out Alfred's.
Alfred's is so lame today. Beale Street is lame now. Like, downtown is trash compared to what it was in the late 90s, early 2000s.
I don't go downtown very often.
Well, anyway, I lived down there for like 19 years. So I can just tell you it is trash compared to what it used to be.
Okay.
Well, anyway, we partied. And by the way, Kevin Page was playing back there. And have you seen Kevin Page lately? He
No.
looks like an old man.
I don't think I know who Kevin Page is.
Nah, don't worry about it. Anyway, point is, and by the way, you look great, Kevin, if you're out there. I mean, very, very nice guy. But, I mean, like, last time I saw him, he had gray hair. It freaked me out. He used to sing Jesse's Girl, and all the girls loved him.
I wish that I was Jesse's
Yeah, dude, the
girl.
girls would love it. They'd come down there and dance. It was amazing. Now, point is, I was a little inebriated, had a lot of cash. The cab driver's job was to do what?
Take you home.
Take me to the house. What did he do?
Tried to rob you.
Tried to rob me. So I wake up from a drunken stupor, kind of like Hope Solo did.
Whoa,
She popped
startled,
up.
yeah.
Because he when a man sticks his hand in my pants pocket, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care how passed out I am. I'm waking up.
I get excited.
And I got up.
I'd wake up too.
I wake up quickly. But you know what I woke up with? I woke up with some Dukes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dap, dap, dap. I dadded him up. And then I'm like, look around. I don't know where I'm at. So I reach down, take his keys out of his pocket, give him a little kick, roll him away from the car. And then I get in the taxi and I drive it to my house. Now, did the police show up at my house? Yes. But did I hide the taxi? No, I parked it in the driveway.
Parked it in the driveway.
Because I did nothing wrong. Because, again, ergo, I was paying for a ride home, and it's ridiculous that I had to drive myself.
Wait, so can we go from here? Let's pick up the story right there where the police do a little tap, tap, tap on the door.
Yeah, they came up and said they were not happy with me, by the way.
What did they say precisely?
They said that I carjacked a taxi, and they arrested me for carjacking.
Did you explain to them that this guy
No,
tried
there
to
was
rob
no
you?
talking to them.
There was no explaining it.
Nope. It was throw me on the ground, handcuff me, carry me out, throw me in the back of a car, take me to the police, and then I think they still owe me an apology. They still owe me an apology because the guy who did that to me, by the way, he took off and went out to another country.
So he didn't press charges. He left.
He couldn't because he wasn't even here legally. Shouldn't have been working for the cab company, by the way.
Wow. That's a good story.
Yeah, it's a great story.
I have one more for you. It's not as good as that one. I love that story, by the way. It's a great story. John, you saw Ross Chastain. You know who Ross Chastain is?
That's the new driver he's my favorite driver that's ever lived. I used to like Dale Sr. Is that his name?
Yeah, he's dead.
Dale Earnhardt. Yeah, he died. He's the reason they wear the Hans device, right?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that's why.
Yeah.
But anyway, he did the most crazy thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So he's in the 10th position. That means there's 9 cars in front of him.
And he's going behind the turn, make the last turn.
And it's the last turn of the race. And
in the playoffs, so he'd be eliminated.
And he had to finish in the top 5 to make the playoffs. Playoffs, which is weird. NASCAR has playoffs.
You have to avoid the cut line.
The cut line, which is just the top 10 drivers or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Short
You
week
can
coming
tell we're really good on the NASCAR thing. But I saw this. My man is in 10th place, last lap. And dude went all gas, no brakes. Do you know what I mean by that?
Literally.
He literally just stomped the car as fast as it could, ran it into the what do you call it? The turn wall? It's like
wall.
a brick wall.
It's
a brick wall.
It is.
Like sparks are flying everywhere, and he just rode the wall
with his foot
down on the gas all the way around the turn, and he passed 5 people to finish 5th, and he made the playoffs because of that amazing move. He destroyed his car, but hey, he made the playoffs.
Well,
bro.
John, they asked him a question about it afterwards. Everyone was calling it a video game move, and he confirms. He says, "I learned that from playing NASCAR and GameCube."
Wait. He learned that from what?
Playing NASCAR, the video game, on GameCube.
So Kyler Murray might end up being a better quarterback because he plays so many games?
Nope, because he plays Call of Duty, and football is not, while it is like going to war, it's nothing like shooting in a war. Whereas
So
Ross
he doesn't play
Chastain,
Madden?
No,
You would think he's a quarterback in the NFL. You need to be out there like just playing Madden every day.
No, that's not how
it's going to make you a better quarterback.
Not how video games work anymore, John. He plays Call of Duty.
Interesting.
You only play video games that make you popular on the internet. That's how video games work nowadays.
All right. That'll work. That'll
do?
That will do. By the way, did you hear about what's going on in Carolina?
Tell me about it.
So, did you know that it's official now? Baker Mayfield has now been benched for P.J. Walker.
John, but he's a great teammate about it.
He has been a great teammate about it.
Didn't Steve Wilkes say that last week too, though?
No, he said he was starting, but now it's official. Like P.J. Walker is their quarterback going forward for the rest of the season.
P.J.'s our guy.
He says the number 2 for the rest of the season is Baker Mayfield. Like, I mean, they didn't come out and just say, like, they're like, we're starting P.J. Walker. Now it's like 100% official. How far has Baker fallen? Well, he fell into a boatload of money, and it doesn't look like he really cares. He did a whole lot of great commercials with Progressive. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed those commercials.
Love it.
I thought they were really good.
They're great.
All right, give me your last
PJ's
one.
the man.
PJ is the man.
John, remember the guy that won? Remember a couple of weeks ago or months ago now, there was that big lottery, the Mega Millions or whatever.
It still hasn't been won, dude. Oh, are you talking about the one that's like
The
now
last
$1.2 billion?
It was the last time it was like that. Anyway, this guy won the lottery, and he didn't tell his wife or children about it. He kept it a big secret, John.
No.
Good idea, bad idea. Is this what you would do? You don't
have
tell
this
anybody.
wrong. You have this wrong. Are you talking about – no. The woman won.
No,
Is he talking about in California?
I thought it was a guy kept it a secret from his wife and
No.
child.
Here, let me explain something to you.
Please do.
So
I'm a little sleepy.
you are a little sleepy, so you're wrong on this story.
Okay.
Number one, this lady wins the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, she goes after she wins the lottery. She files for divorce from her husband. They go through a divorce, and they get divorced. She kept the lottery hidden for an entire year. She never told him that he won. She didn't go up to her husband and say, "Hey, I won the lottery." They won and by the way, they won just over like $1 million.
Offshore bank account.
Yes, they won $1 million. Well, 6 years go by. Okay? 6 years go by. And then they're raising children and doing all that stuff back and forth. She's living very well. He doesn't really know how, but he's not going to ask because she's probably, doing what divorcees usually do.
What do they do, John?
They go to like bars and they find, usually older men who are very wealthy and drunk all the afternoon, and then they just kind of marry them and get a lot of money.
Right.
Not all women.
Oh.
I'm saying not all divorcees, but a lot of them.
Okay.
It is true. I mean, I got a lot of friends.
I have no experience in divorcees, so.
Okay, well, yeah, you're not that old yet. You will be. You'll get there.
I'll learn.
Point is, she ends up sending somehow an email, and it somehow goes to the wrong person. Guy's name is very close to her husband. You know how it automatically pops things up?
That's right.
And it's like, bragging about blah, blah, blah. Well, I still got like $495,000 in the bank because I won the lottery, da-da-da-da-da. He gets this bad boy. So then he goes and sues her in court, and the judge awards him the entire $1 million. She had to give him the $495,000 in her bank, and she owes him another $500,000 because she didn't come forward. She could have kept half of it. She was going to have to split it with her husband. She could have $500,000. He was going to get $500,000. But she hid it. She lost it all. And now the chick's broke. She's probably living on the street out in California in one of those little tents. By the way, the people that live on the streets, did you see where they have like
communities?
Like they're like whole tent cities.
That's right.
And there's even a washing machine and a dryer that was hooked up to a building on the outside.
I'm in.
I mean, I'm telling you, man. And the weather in California is pretty nice.
Beautiful.
So, I mean, at least she's got a place to stay.
John, if you won the lottery, would you keep it a secret? Little offshore bank account?
No, I would not do that.
I would.
I hate to be honest with you. I would come in here and probably be like, "I'm rich, bitch," and then I'd bounce, and that would be
John, that's how
me
you get
sign
killed.
off.
That's the kind of thing that gets
And then
you killed.
I'm signing off and I'm bouncing. It's not like people know what I look like. I'm on the radio. Like, what are you gonna be like?
YouTube, Facebook, Twitch.
Yeah, it's
Twitter.
A good point. But I have like a picture that's so old. Like I'm much older. I got gray in my beard and everything. The picture is like from 15 years ago
Yeah, but
on my
there's
Twitter.
a stream going on right now. People can see how you look.
Oh, that's right. They can see me on the Facebook, the Sports 56W. Man, but they ain't gonna rob me. 'Cause you heard that cab story, didn't
they
you?
would just murder
I'll
you.
throw those hands. By the way, last but not least, did you see Laura Rutledge almost throw up after the game in London? Did you see her and Dan Orlovsky did the game in London with the Russell Wilson, that cornball, and Laura Rutledge was interviewing after the game, And did you hear him when he did his "Let's Ride"? Broncos, let's ride.
Mm-hmm.
Laura Rutledge, literally on TV, cringed. She was like, oh, my gosh, he is so disgustingly annoying. I can't stand him. Well, Russell Wilson came out there and said that he doesn't care if people think he's corny or stupid. He says he's got broad shoulders. He can carry it. Eventually,
great line.
I got broad shoulders. Dude, you're not really that big of a dude. You don't have that broad of
No,
shoulders.
their shoulders are broad, John. They're metaphorical shoulders.
Metaphorical shoulders?
Yeah.
Do you say, wait, what's this GameCube thing you're talking about?
The story
GameCube?
about Ross Chastain learning that move on GameCube.
But what is GameCube? A texter's asking me, what's GameCube?
GameCube is a Nintendo console that you play video games on.
Why did you call it Nintendo?
Because it's called a GameCube. Nintendo is a company that makes different types of consoles. So they made the Nintendo Entertainment System, then the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, followed by the Nintendo 64, and then they came out with the Nintendo GameCube. And that's the game console that Ross Chastain said he learned this move on.
We got college football rankings out if you did not know. Number 1 on the pole position. That would be the boys from Knoxville, the Vols, Josh Heupel having one heck of a season, Hendon Hooker's balling, and the wide receivers for Tennessee are just flat out nasty. From Butch, from Bruh McCoy to my man Cedric Tillman. There's just Spencer Tillman. I'm sorry. Why do I keep calling him Cedric? Because I want to call him
Cedric Wilson.
Yeah, I do want to.
You do.
Yeah, I remember
former Cowboy, current Dolphin.
He was a great Melrose quarterback and one hell of a wide receiver for the Vols, though. But Tennessee's at number 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia's at 3, Clemson's at 4. Those are the top 4 positions. You know, Tennessee and Georgia play this weekend in a big, big game, man. The 2:30 game on CBS. Right now, Georgia's an 8.5-point favorite over the Vols. This game, I think, is bigger, though, for the Dogs than it is the Knoxville Stars.
Well, wait till you hear my rankings before you make that.
And do you understand that I am talking about the college football playoff ranking because I'm about to say, but coming up next
is the more important ranking.
Is J-Mo's version of the top 8 teams in the college football, correct?
With some OLIs.
With some OLIs. What's out? Outside looking in?
Outside looking, you nailed it.
Man, I'm on top of my game, man. Do me a favor. Don't you dare touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Case IH is a proud supporter of the Mississippi Farm Bureau, and thanks to a membership benefits partnership, Mississippi Farm Bureau members receive a discount of up to $500 on every qualifying Case IH tractor and piece of equipment you purchase. This discount may be used with other promotions, rebates, or offers. So join Mid-South Ag Equipment and the Mississippi Farm Bureau and pocket up to $500 in savings. Call Mid-South Ag at 662-890-3141 to get your discount today.
With Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, you'll find top brand kitchen appliances with innovative features that can do more, so your holidays can be more. Ovens with built-in air fryers for baking the perfect cookies. Dishwashers with smart tech to clean everything from bakeware to festive mugs. And high-capacity refrigerators to keep leftovers fresh. Shop Black Friday savings and get up to 30% off, plus instantly save up to $750 on select GE kitchen packages at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid November 2nd through November 30th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer and all-time leading rusher with exciting news.
Football legend Emmitt Smith talking about all new regenerative treatments for joint pain from the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics.
But did you know that you can encourage your body to actually heal itself with the help of QC Kinetics?
QC Kinetics uses biologic therapies that are natural, restorative, and long-lasting.
The body is an amazing thing. Trust me, I put mine through a lot.
Exciting new relief is here for pain from arthritis, knee pain, lower back pain, pain in your hips and shoulders.
I'm that guy. When you Google shoulder pain, my face pops up.
But you don't have to be sidelined by pain anymore. Call QC Kinetics to learn more about biologic therapies.
Don't let your joint pain keep you from doing the things you love. There's a new natural solution that patients are raving about.
QC Kinetics.
Let QC Kinetics help you improve your quality of life.
Call QC Kinetics, 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. 901-445-1010. I got to tell you, man, I was worried.
Worried about what?
Since I'm the Central Barbecue spokesperson.
We're really the spokespeople.
As a Central Barbecue spokesperson, I was letting people down because the Central Barbecue location on Central is closed for renovation. There are only 3 locations for people to get Central Barbecue.
I think people can get by with 3 locations.
No one cares what you think. Like I said, I was worried, but the people at Central Barbecue have solved the problem.
That didn't exist.
They've parked the Central Barbecue food truck at the Central Barbecue Central Avenue location. Everything is right with the world.
Everything was already fine.
I'll be the one that makes that decision.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the house. Thanks again to Dustin Starr. We talked to him at 11:30 today. My good buddy Russell Copeland, he is going to see the Texans and the Eagles tomorrow night. We got some Thursday night football tomorrow, of course, and we got it right here on Sports 56 98.5 FM, of course, as we are your home for the National Football League and the Ole Miss Rebels. But we have the NBA action tonight. We have the Grizzlies Trailblazers on the road. Grizzlies do, after this game, come back home. They play Friday night and Sunday, 7 o'clock on Friday, 5 o'clock on Sunday. It's all about that Grizz-Nass. But we're about to get into the college football playoff rankings. Again, Tennessee's 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, and Clemson is 4. All right, already trying to push Georgia down. Sorry about that. But I do, speaking of Georgia, do you know who the Georgia peach is?
I know it's a fruit that they grow in Georgia. It has a pit. Peach pit?
No, the Georgia peach. It's a person that was called the Georgia peach.
Who?
Ty Cobb.
Oh, okay.
How much do you think a 117-year-old bat's worth?
$150.
Put it this way: this is not just a 117-year-old bat. It was 34 and a half inches long. It weighs 36.6 ounces. The ash bat, and it has ball marks on the barrel, and there's a slight crack in the upper handle. So, how much would you pay for it? $150, you said?
Yes.
It's not. You can't even use it in the game. Is it just because you like it because it's old?
Yeah, I like old things. $150.
Well, right now it's looking to fetch $235,000. That's the last bid. They're bidding on it.
Too rich for my blood.
Right now, because guess whose it was?
Ty Cobb's.
It was Ty Cobb's, the Georgia Peaches. It's a 117-year-old bat. If you don't know who Ty Cobb is, my man finished with a stellar 366 batting average. You heard that right, 366. Spent 22 seasons with the Tigers. He was a player manager for the last 6. He won 12 batting titles, 12 of them. And in 1909, the year he won the Triple Crown, he did not win the MVP.
Wow, so he was a really good horse jockey then.
Yes, he was. He was a great horse jockey. But in 1909, he did not win the Triple Crown. He won the Triple Crown, did not win the MVP. But he did win the MVP in 1911. He was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1936. And I will say, right now, we got 10 bids in for his bat. And right now, the highest bid currently is $235,798.
You want to pool our money together and make a top bid?
Me and you, both of our salaries, we're not even getting close to that, John.
Yeah, that's right.
You know that, right? Yeah,
I'll bet 150. I'll go higher than 125. I'll go 150.
You'll go $150?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe 200.
So if I throw in on my 100, you know that, like, we're talking about hundreds of thousands. You're talking about hundreds of dollars. We're not getting this bad, buddy.
Yeah,
By the
but
way,
it's just nice to be included.
Speaking of money, you know, Daniel Snyder looks like he's going to sell his team.
Well, he's
got
hired Bank of America.
He hired Bank of America to explore a potential sale of the NFL franchise. We don't know if we're talking about the minority owners or the majority of the entire
everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table. Well, do you think it's because he's being a lot of pressure from the big wigs, like maybe Jerry and Jim Irsay? You think Jim Irsay came up to him and said, "Look, I'll supply you with 4 years of Vicodin. You just got to leave." You think that worked?
Maybe.
Man, you know Jim Irsay's always getting down.
Yeah.
He got how many thousands of pills did he have in his car when he got pulled over last time?
He had a lot.
He did have a lot. By the way, he bought the team in 1999 for $800 million. Dude, you saw what the Broncos sold for. How many billions of dollars did he get for this bad boy in the nation's capital?
3.5.
Man, he's going to get more north of that. He's going to get north of 4. No, he's not going to get 8.
6.
Man, I'll say 4.5, $5 billion. Billion.
Speaking of 8.
dollars. Speaking of 8.
I've got 8 teams here for you.
We got 8 teams. We're about to get into our little ranking playoff. But at first, I wanted to tell you about Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a bar with it all, Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill has it. They have you covered. Make it your football fantasy. They have 17 televisions, $2 draft beers during the game. That's Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and all day Sunday. And you know I love a great happy hour. The happy hour is off the hook. $4 house cocktails Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Yes, that's $4 house cocktails. You should try one of their signature drinks. I talk about the JJ Spicy Margarita. Somebody the other day goes, well, what's in it and how much does it cost? It's only $9. It's got tequila, Grand Marnier, agave, lime juice, OJ, jalapenos, salt, and mint. That is unbelievable. And you know what the Memphis Mudslides got? It's got Bailey's. It's got Screwball peanut butter whiskey, vodka, chocolate syrup, and whipped cream. How about the candy apple martini? Vodka, apple pucker, butterscotch schnapps, and a little apple juice. Also, that's just $10. Do you know what a dirty pimento is?
No.
Do you know what a dirty martini is?
Yes.
It's a dirty martini. They just call it a dirty pimento. It doesn't have any cheese in it. And the reason I say that is because Pimento's is so much more than just pimento cheese. They have unbelievable drinks. They have unbelievable food. They've got 10 different appetizers. They got quesadillas. The shrimp bacon quesadilla is straight fire. It's got grilled shrimp, honey glaze, pepper bacon, 3 cheese blend drizzled with a little barbecue sauce and sour cream and salsa on the side. Get out of town. Hey, maybe you want a big old bad salad. They got you covered. They got their signature Cobb salad, mixed greens, honey glazed pepper bacon, tomatoes, egg, feta cheese, sliced avocado. And you can get chicken, or you can get grilled shrimp, or you can get salmon on top of that bad boy. They got balsamic. They got raspberry vinaigrette. They have Caesar ranch, pesto ranch, honey mustard, blue cheese. They have sliders. They have everything over at Pimento's, and they have 2 great locations, 6450 Poplar Avenue right here in East Memphis, and in Collierville at 3751 South Houston Levee Road. It's a bar with it all. It's Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. So much more than just pimento cheese. Jay?
Hey, John.
Let's get your ranking, sir.
Wow, you hear that music, John?
Yeah, that's music.
You know what that music means?
It means it's time for your ranking.
It means it's time for the JCS. Oh, man, this is a great
What is
day
JCS?
Today. It's the J. Morgan Championship Series.
Oh, okay.
I don't do the college football. I mean, I have a playoff, but I am true to my roots. I call it the J. Morgan. Like the BCS is the JCS. You see?
I like it.
It's a much better ranking system. John, we got to start at the bottom, right? So we start with the OLIs.
I thought it was Jay's cute and
slutty.
Yeah.
Yeah? No.
But you're not, because you're on your way. You're on the fast track to being a 40-year-old virgin, aren't you?
That's right, 28.
And I said that movie I haven't seen it because it's the dumbest premise. There's no 40-year-old virgin out there.
Yeah, so
it just doesn't happen.
There might be, John.
But yeah, because you're on the fast track.
I'm on the way. John, OLIs. Let's start with my favorite OLI, Ohio State. Ohio State left out of the top 8 rankings this week, John, because they lead the country in QWTAQW. Quality wins that aren't quality wins. I also, John, this is a big thing here, the DIAM factor here. The DIAM.
DIM, by the way, lowers estrogen, like the bad estrogen in men. When you're my age, you take DIM. Did you know that?
Is DIAM? Is that how it's spelled?
DIM.
Oh, this is DIAM.
Well, you said DIM.
This is the factor, DIAM. Do it against Michigan.
Do it against
Michigan.
Michigan.
I think you said DIM. I don't think I said DIM. John, my other OLI, Clemson. Clemson with a 7-1 record. Kind of a tough one a couple weeks ago, John. They lead the country in this metric, BLTSLW. Bad loss to Syracuse last week. I mean, so Clemson, and then Syracuse goes and loses to Notre Dame, so now they have 1 loss. So Clemson's loss to Syracuse looks a lot worse. They're OLI at this point. John, number 8. Now we're into the top 8. You ready? Number 8. The Arkansas Razorbacks. They lead the country in this important metric, HCF. Head coach is fired. I mean, Arkansas goes in there and beats Auburn and gets Brian Harsin fired. That's a really quality metric that we hold in high regard here at the JCS. Good enough for a number 8 ranking, Arkansas, the Razorbacks.
I think that's a lunatic pick, number 1.
No, it's not a pick, John. These are metrics I'm looking at.
But if it's just because he's great at getting coaches fired, why didn't he beat Jimbo Fisher instead of, like, your little field goal kicker? He missed the field goal at the end of the game. That would be more pressure on Jimbo. He wouldn't have won a football game, and I can't even remember. But no, Arkansas lost that game.
HCTCF, head coaches that could have been fired, is not a metric that we hold as in highest regard as HCF.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not a high metric. Number 7, John, Air Force. Oh, Air Force is off to a really good season. They're one of the leading rushing teams in the country. I don't know if you've seen this, John. They lead the country in TYFYS. Thank you for your service. So number 7, Air Force. Number 8, Arkansas. Number 7, Air Force. John, number 6, you're going to like this one. Georgia, the Bulldogs, the number 6 team in the country, John. A lot of teams, a lot of these pollsters have Georgia a little bit higher. We think they're out of their minds. Georgia, number 6, they lead the country in NQW, John. You know what NQW is?
No, I do not.
No quality wins. I mean, how much you go play somebody, Georgia? I mean, you almost lose to Missouri, so they have to DIAT, John. That's the metric they need, DIAT. You know what that is? Do it against Tennessee.
Ah, good job.
So that'll help us a lot. Number 5, so that's number 6, Georgia. Number 5, Tulane. The Green Wave, John, you were just lamenting about how Tulane is too low in the college football playoff rankings.
19th. When you got Kansas State 13th, and guess who went to Manhattan and beat Kansas State?
Tulane did.
Tulane
Well, John,
did.
they're number 5 in my rankings. They lead the country in this metric, BTIAPSCCTOD. Best team in a Power 6 conference controls their own destiny. How about that? So number 5, Tulane, very well could go to a playoff here, John. Number 4. So Georgia was 6, Tulane 5. You want to know who number 4 is, John? It's Oregon. It's the Ducks. Number 4, Oregon right here because they lead the country in MQWTG. More quality wins than Georgia. And that is a metric that we hold very high in our metric system, John. So number 4, Oregon, they're higher than Georgia. How about that?
Man, Dan Lanning has done a heck of a job. Bo Nix has come in there and turned into a touchdown machine, scoring 5 touchdowns in consecutive weeks the last 2 weeks.
And they beat UCLA 45-30, John. That's a quality win.
And I will tell you, they play at 2:30 this weekend. They play Colorado. They play the Buffalo.
The Buffaloes.
Buffalo, I don't know if you noticed, they're probably the worst team in the world. They are 1-7 on the season.
Wow.
1-7 on the season.
Good metric.
By the way, do you know who they beat?
UCLA 2 weeks ago.
Cal. They beat Cal.
Sweet.
They beat the smart kids.
No, but with the metric, my committee really focuses hard on that UCLA one. We had a call with Kirk Herbstreit this week.
Do you like Chip Kelly?
I love Chip. We have a lot of respect for Chip Kelly. We had a call with Kirk Herbstreit this week.
Are you a big DTR guy?
I love DTR. We had a call with Kirk Herbstreit this week, John. Kirk Herbstreit put his input in on these rankings, so you can sit here and tell me these aren't real rankings, but I guarantee you the college football playoff didn't have a meeting with Kirk Herbstreit this week to make them. Number 3, John, Michigan, the Wolverines. Number 3, Michigan. Remember, Ohio State's OLI. Michigan's number 3. They lead the country in this metric, PTITT. Punches taken in the tunnel. And no one has taken more punches in the tunnel than Michigan this year. They also lead the country, John, in BPSBM. Beat Penn State by more. And Ohio State couldn't beat them by that much. So Michigan, they lead number 3 in my ranking.
Yeah. By the way, 4 more players got suspended off the Michigan State team.
And Jim Harbaugh he called the police.
Yes.
I mean, get the police involved in all this. This is big time.
Man, you know how crazy 2022 is? That fights now are getting like police are getting involved in little fisticuffs.
Yeah, you got to.
Dude, it's a rivalry game. Like, temperatures are running hot up in there. And by the way, they have to go through the same tunnel. How about you get 2 different tunnels?
I mean, it's existed for 100 years.
You know what? Hey, you know what? They didn't have that many fights throughout their 100 years.
How about this? Tear down the big house.
They did have fights, though. They just weren't caught on national television.
How about tear down the big house? I think that should be our take. Tear down the big house, build a new stadium, 2 tunnels.
I like it.
I love it. Number 2, John, is Tennessee, the Volunteers.
Number 2?
Number 2, John, they lead the country in BA. Beat Alabama. And they also lead the country, John, in this other important metric, WKTOIGBMHAGD. We know their offense is good, but they might have a great defense. How about that? I mean, that is an important metric that Tennessee has risen up the ranks in this year. John, sneaky good defense, right?
Sneaky good defense.
Did
you see what they did to Will Levis in Kentucky last week? 3 interceptions.
Points.
They held him to 6 points. They were dominant like you would not believe.
And at LSU, only held him like 14 or something like that.
Dude,
Great, good defense.
I'm telling you,
right?
they went and dominated LSU. Their defense is so underrated, it's not even funny.
And the number 1 team in the country, John, you're going to love this. So we've got a lot of teams. Do you want to guess who number 1 is?
I mean, Georgia.
Nope, John. Georgia was number 6. They were behind Oregon.
I can't remember what happened that
Number
long ago.
1, TCU. The TCU Horned Frogs are my number one team in the country this week, John. They lead the country in UTI MBC.
A urinary tract infection.
Undefeated team in the most balanced conference. They also lead the country in this metric, and this is one we've talked about quality wins. This metric I hold really high. They lead the country in QWRO. Quality wins runneth over. So that is for those two metrics, those two reasons, TCU, my number one team in the country this week, John.
You have TCU over Tennessee.
That's right.
Are you crazy?
And Georgia's number 6 behind Tulane and Oregon. But Georgia's got to do more. They got to prove more to me. They just don't have any quality wins, and they need to do it against Tennessee.
Brew McCoy, Cedric Tillman, Hendon Hooker. You can't stop that.
But, John, Tennessee is not an undefeated team in the most balanced conference. TCU is, and they have more quality wins. Their quality wins runneth over.
All right, so you're telling me that right now the Big 12 is more balanced than the SEC?
Yeah, it is.
And why are you telling me this?
Because they have so many quality teams.
Did you see what Oklahoma State did last week? They got routed.
Exactly, John. And Oklahoma State's a good team. That's how balanced that league is. And anybody can – it's an any given Sunday but on a Saturday type of league. And for that reason, we hold the Big 12 in very high regard, and TCU, number one team in the country.
Do you know how many teams in the country have been? Do you know how many conferences have had a team ranked number one in the college football rankings in their history? The SEC has 5 of them: Mississippi State, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, and now Tennessee.
But what have you done for me lately?
Do you know of the other conferences? They've only had one team ranked.
Yeah, but
top one.
But what have you done for me lately? You're citing the first time the college football playoff ever came out. There's teams that are number one. I'm looking at this year, John, and the bottom of the Big 12 is a lot more competitive than the bottom of the SEC. Although Missouri is the best 4-win team in college football. That's a fact. I mean, there's really no debating that whatsoever. And, John, you seem to have a lot more issue with Tennessee and TCU at the top than you did when Georgia was number 6. You didn't seem to care about that too much.
Because I think
Ohio State being on the OLI.
Georgia has work to do.
Oh, no quality wins.
I mean, TCU, so their great win is against a bad Oklahoma team.
No, that's not their great win.
Kansas.
Kansas State.
All right, listen, they're the 4 ranked wins that TCU has. Oklahoma. What is Oklahoma right now? Trash. Are they any good?
Yeah, well, there was a quality win, though.
Okay, so it's a quality win.
It's a quality win.
Okay, so is Oklahoma State any good?
It's a quality win.
They won by 3 points.
John, look, I talked to Kirk Herbstreit. I talked to my committee. I had a whole committee involved in these picks, John. You're not going to budge my committee off of these picks. This is, honestly, in our personal record book, this is how the playoffs should be.
TCU gave up 40 points to Oklahoma State, yet Kansas State blanked them. Kansas State beat TCU 48-0. TCU beat Oklahoma State 43-40. They won by a field goal. They gave up 40 points to Okie State, man.
But TCU has a loss, John, and it's the most balanced league, and they have more quality wins than everybody else.
You're a lunatic.
Well, it's not me, John. You're going to have to call Kirk Herbstreit and tell him he's a lunatic, and all of the members of my committee, including Archie Manning. I mean, if you're going to call Archie Manning and Kirk Herbstreit, John, on my committee here making these picks and tell them they're lunatics, that's on you, brother.
All right, we're back in 2 shakes. We got some bets to close things out. This is a very beautiful Wednesday in the Mid-South on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey Memphis, I'm Regina Moore, owner of Chef Flavors. Born and raised in the 901, I have so much pride for my city. So, my husband and I created a product Memphis can be proud of. Our award-winning spinach artichoke dip is on Walmart shelves now, and we need your help clearing them, man. Let's show Walmart how Memphis come together for their own. Unlock the inner chef in you with Chef Flavors.
(2000, 2008, 2022). When it comes to the economy, those are some scary years. .com crash, housing crash, and the roller coaster we're going through right now. It's a dangerous time to not know your numbers. But over 31,000 businesses have the confidence and clarity they need because they rely on NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, improve margins. Everything you need all in one place. So, how do you prepare for uncertain times? The answer, NetSuite. NetSuite helps you identify rising costs, automate your business processes, and easily see where to save money. That's why 93% of customers say they improved their visibility and control when they upgraded to NetSuite. What are you waiting for? NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/play. netsuite.com/play.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. Depending on how long you've been around, you've likely known my name for 30 years. Perhaps for my 20 years as the morning show on Kix 106 as the Young and Elder Show, or my 15 years at Brian Elder Roofing. So obviously, my reputation means everything to me. One terrible customer experience could tarnish a third of a century of goodwill. My reputation for quality and strong relationships is our main focus. We're the highest certification, a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning. If you have a business or a commercial building, we're the highest certification for warranties with GAF and Mulehide products. We don't come at you in sales mode. If you got a problem, sometimes the solution is just to fix the problem. Call me right now. I'll come out and see you today. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Hi, this is Greg Gaston for QC Kinetics. Remember the guy for the Hair Club of Men who would say, I'm not just the president, but I'm a client. Well, I'm not just a spokesman, but I'm a client of QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in exciting new pain treatments with advanced regenerative medicine. It's a remedy for all the joint pain you're dealing with in the hips, shoulder, elbows, wherever it may be, pain from injury or arthritis. QC Kinetics uses regenerative treatments that can restore and repair damaged tissue, and do so without surgery, drugs, or downtime. And in my business, I can't afford downtime. QC Kinetics is also an alternative way for those dealing with pain caused by injury like a torn meniscus or rotator cuff injury, which is what I'm dealing with. So don't keep living with that pain. Do what I'm doing, getting relief from QC Kinetics. Call for a free consultation today. 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. 901-445-1010.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's hanging out with me. Thanks again to Dustin Starr, who joined us a little bit earlier. We're about to close this bad boy out. The Grizzlies play tonight. Not till 9 o'clock. It's a late game. They're on the west coast or the left coast. They play the Trailblazers. No Dame time. We're going to see the Grizzlies go out there and beat the brakes off the Trailblazers and then come back home. They got a game Friday night and on a Sunday. I'm very excited, but I did want to mention. So I guess you've heard about the whole thing about, Charles Barkley went off on Kevin Durant. You heard that, huh?
Chuck
went off there. He said he's an idiot. He basically said you leave the most functional franchise in the NBA to go to the most dysfunctional franchise. If you don't know, he plays for the Brooklyn Nets. They're not very good right now. They're not good at all. And they have KD and Kyrie. And they also have Ben Simmons. You think this team would be able to do something? Nope, they're not doing anything. One, because you have Kyrie, who's retweeting anti-Semitic films out there, arguing with reporters, being a lunatic, didn't play last year at any of the home games because of the vax mandate. You have KD, who just can't do it by himself. Ben Simmons is a head case. He can't shoot. He should go see a shrink. Or you know what he needs to do? Ben Simmons just needs to change his perspective. Did you know that everything rises and falls on your perspective, Jay?
Is that right?
Yep. If you change your thinking, you can change your world.
How about that?
Remember that, buddy.
I'll remember.
And I don't know if you know this, but you know what the game of life is? It's just one big bleeping head game.
Oh, okay.
Because it's all in your head, man. And if you fail, it's because you let life get in your head, brother. And that's what Ben Simmons has done. But I think the whole Nets organization is absolutely dysfunctional and crazy. They need to change their perspective. Because did you hear after they fired Steve Nash, the first person they wanted to go hire?
Ime Udoka.
Ime Udoka.
I mean, that's who they're hiring.
Who likes sleeping with his staff.
And talking dirty to him before he's sleeping with
And before, yeah. So I don't know how, does he make the Brooklyn Nets more functional by bringing another dysfunctional human being?
Because people above him are already making it dysfunctional. They could bring in Pat Riley to be the head coach as long as the other people ahead of them are making decisions. It's going to be terrible. Sean Marks is an idiot. He traded one of the deepest basketball teams I've ever seen in terms of role players and depth for James Harden. And then parlayed James Harden into Ben Simmons. Sean Marks is an idiot, and until he's gone, they're not going to be any better.
Sean Marks sure as hell ain't no king climbing, is he?
I mean, I didn't want to get into all that.
But I will tell you this.
I mean, Zach Kleiman's magic, so
that's what I'm saying. He ain't no king climbing, is he?
Exactly. He's magic. He just sprinkles his fairy dust on guys, and they're good. That's Zach Kleiman for you. Has nothing to do with the coaching staff. There's no development.
Taylor Jenkins is great.
Yeah, no.
But, dude, he's picking the players that work perfectly.
I don't.
Oh, so you don't give GMs any credit?
I don't. Not in this particular case, I don't. I think Taylor Jenkins.
Did he get Zaire Williams?
But he didn't. If you go watch Zaire Williams' college film, John, his deficiencies are pronounced, and those exact deficiencies were fixed by the time he started playing NBA games. Is that because Zach Kleiman saw that those things were going to change over the course of a year, or is it because the coaching staff?
Because he knew that Taylor Jenkins was going to develop him.
Exactly. So Taylor Jenkins deserves that credit.
I'm giving him credit, man.
He deserves. I don't like when.
Do you think Zach Kleiman gets to walk out there and listen to whoop that trick from the deadgum court? No.
I don't think Zach Kleiman deserves for us to talk about him in the absence of talking about Taylor.
Well, you're talking about Sean Marks being a complete idiot.
Well, but that's totally different.
Oh, it is.
It's a totally different scenario.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there's one scenario that never changes, and that's FanDuel rocks. If you want to start the NFL week off, if you want to start week 9 off the right way, get a no-sweat same-game parlay from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. It doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or already have an account. You'll get free bets back if your Thursday night same-game parlay does not hit. NFL same-game parlays are a perfect way to combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payday. Now, I got a same-game parlay. We're going under in Brandon Cooks receiving yards. We're going under in Davis Mills passing yards. And we are going Jalen Hurts over in rushing yards and an anytime touchdown for a little 4-game action from FanDuel. You can build your own, or you can choose from one of their popular same-game parlays that are pre-built for you on the FanDuel's top-rated sports app. However you want to play, you can bet the NFL on Thursday night with a no-sweat same-game parlay. Just sign up with the promo code HAPPY. If you don't already have an account, you are simply going to use the word happy. If you already have an account, guess what? You're all set. Just sign in, see what you got. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 and present in Tennessee. 3-leg minimum. $1 bet required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after you receive them. Max free bet $5. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line. 1-800-889-9789. Have a good one. Get out there. Make this world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.
We might as well do exactly what the children saying. Take the day off, hit the park and just hang. Barbecue, roll a few and put up the deuce. And if it's beef, put the piece down.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Hi, everybody. Greg Gaston